Another sad note that we have in our family is that Cindy's sister passed away this weekend. She's been with her. She was fortunate enough to be there. So we are very sorry, Cindy. You have our prayers. I wanted to read you a little bit about Mike. He was, excuse me, he was an amazing man. I've known him since 1976. And he had his own car lot, and he bought cars from us. And then when he retired, he came, and he and Jim and some of the kids would go and buy cars. And I cannot tell you what an incredible asset he was to this company, and what a wonderful friend. But I wanted to read you a little bit about his history, because he truly was a hero. He was born in Polkas, Poland in February 1922. He was 17 years old in Germany when Germany invaded Poland. In addition to his parents, Mike had 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. His eldest brother had a wife and 4 children. Mike became a Holocaust survivor at the age of 17 when his entire family was killed at Treblinka by the Nazis. Michael survived because he helped Dina Melnick, which was Nancy's mother, by the way, and her 5 children escaped from Polkas. Mike told me that they buried some money and they would hide behind trees as they went. The oldest of Dina's 5 children, Nancy, was 13 when they left Poland, and she later became Mike's wife 5 years after that. After taking the Melnick family to, I can't even pronounce Poland, their name in Poland, Michael tried to go back to Polkas to rescue his own family. The bridges were bombed, and he was told that if he went back, he would be killed because it was already in German control. From there, they went to Wigro and then to, I can't even pronounce these names, Beltek, which was in Russian control. From there, they rode on a train for 3 weeks to Orsk, Russia in January 1, 1940. In Russia, Mike worked as a truck driver in order to help support Dina and her children. On June 22, 1944, Mike married Nancy, with whom he had fallen in love. 2 years later, their daughter, Esther, was born in Russia. Nancy's father had already come to the United States and lived in Houston. He was arranging to bring his family to Houston. Michael, Nancy, and Esther and the rest of the family left Russia and returned to Poland to find Michael's family. I must tell you, Michael also went to jail in Russia because he raised a cow, and you weren't supposed to do that. You weren't allowed to do that. And he got put in jail, and I might tell you that a woman lawyer got him out from Russia. When he went back, Michael learned that none of his family had survived. They then lived in a relocation camp in Germany until 1948. Dina and her 4 other children were able to come to Houston. Michael, Nancy, and Esther went to Cuba to live until they could get visas to immigrate to the United States. They lived in Cuba until 1951, when they were able to come live in the U.S. Michael was a true hero who could not save his own family, but the family he did save became his family. He went to work in the car business after coming to Houston, and then started his own dealership in 1972. He and Nancy worked there together until 1999. He was a devoted husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. He was always joking with friends and family and would make everyone laugh. Although Michael had a limited formal education, through his life experience, he became fluent in 5 languages: Yiddish, Polish, Russian, Spanish, and English. His Judaism was a very, very important part of his life. He attended morning minyas at the United Orthodox Synagogue throughout his life. He never missed unless he was sick or couldn't do it. Anyway, I just wanted you all to know about Mike. I want to thank you before, 69 years ago. That's a lot of years. I hope I'm able to do that. With Nancy, he was with Nancy that long, and they were truly devoted to each other. I suspect that we won't see Nancy for very long because that's how close they were. I want to tell all of you all how much I appreciate what you've done. I've seen you do, at least in the last 2 years that I've been here. You've done a fantastic job of bringing this business to its wonderful position, and we're going to continue to grow and grow. So I want to thank each and every one of you. What we're able to do today for each of you all is because of these 2 people. They worked really hard managing our money so that we're able to do things for you all. So I take no credit. I just get my baseball bat and run around. We also need to thank Nick at Amity Bank because they had lots of faith in us and kept on. Anybody else would have said, "Go away, y'all, go away." but Nick and Steve Johnson believed in us and kept working with Ray and these two guys. So thank you all very much.
To be here to celebrate Christmas with you guys in your team meeting. But management and ownership had asked me to stop by, not knowing that I'd get a nice card. Thank you very much. But you as a team have done a tremendous job building the business and doing just such a fabulous job and producing great results. It's been a great 2 years turning the business around, and it's much appreciated. And it's all by the hard work of everybody in this room and the management team and the ownership team. But every day, we watch the progress and it continues to go. So here's to a great 2014 and great job the last 2 years. Merry Christmas.
No, wait.
All right. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
As usual with everyone else, I thank everyone for their efforts. You often hear me say when I come back from a trip somewhere, how proud you all make me. It's tough to share that. I can only tell you. But the feelings that gives me when I'm standing there amongst someone I'm doing business with and looking for people to try and do business with, and someone speaks up and says, "Man, you got to give this guy a shot." There's no greater compliment. And that compliment, again, you're not there to hear it. I can only bring it back, and you're not giving the goosebumps that it gives me. But it is something to be, and I am always very, very proud. I can stand very proud in front of people. So I thank you all for that. I sent an email this morning to everyone. For those of you who don't have an email, I have a copy of what I sent. I know Joe talked to you, I think, at the last employee meeting about some of the changes that he's going to try and make. And I'm going to do everything I can to make some changes of my own and support his and anyone else that wants to make some changes. And what I sent today came from something that I read every day. And sometimes there's a message there and sometimes there isn't. But this is one that I felt fit everybody that I know. And if you can look at yourself honestly, I think some of these things will ring true. Focus on your opportunities, not your rights. People and circumstances do not determine your attitude. You do. To win in life, you must learn to focus on your opportunities, not your rights. Paul, who is a biblical person, for those that might not know, wrote from a prison cell. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is loving, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Clarity circumstances could lock Paul in, but they didn't, or they couldn't keep him down. One of the biggest causes of discontent is our constant struggle, or continued struggles to secure our rights. Have you been wrong? Do you feel like you've gotten, or haven't gotten a fair shake? That's because you live in an imperfect world. And as long as you do, you won't see a time when everything you do is justly rewarded. So you're faced with a decision. Are you going to spend your time and your energy on what should have been, or get over it and focus on what can be? Even when truth and justice are on your side, you may never be able to right all the wrongs. But ultimately, God, excuse me, ultimately God will. So leave it in His hands. Continually fighting for your rights just makes you angry and resentful, because these destructive emotions sap your energy.
I have something else I have to deliver. Correct?
Well, you can do it now.
Yeah, I would like to. Every month we name an employee of the month, and this particular one is kind of close to me. Actually, I kind of had to fight for about a year.
No, put your hand up.
You can't be employee of the month. Had to fight for a year to get him to come on board, and then I've got him on board, and he's just absolutely broke records and been an asset to the company. I'm very, very proud to announce Julian Trevino as employee of the month.
Y'all have an hour or two for me to make a speech?
That would be enough.
Still wrong color shirt.
Oh, whatever. Hey, Miss Betty, I love you. And I'm very happy to be on this team. And all we can do is grow as a team, and as revenue can grow and everybody be happy, we have more get-togethers like this. I'm thrilled to be here. This should be my last rodeo, as Joe put it. This should be my last rodeo, and happy trails and happy New Year, everybody.
I'd like to say one thing before you continue. I don't think that we acknowledge Joe and Dave and the job they've done enough. And I know some of you, the guys, you personally said them and thanked them. But I think we all need to give them a round of applause for what they've done for the company. I know we're not giving out employees much too much, but they deserve all the credit.
Greg, you're first.
I'm first. Are we doing what we need?
You know, last Wednesday, when I asked you to leave, and then you said to me when I came out, well, what was that all about? And I said, oh, we were discussing the calendar, and you told me I was a horrible liar. Well, we were discussing the calendar. We were discussing today, and our general manager who needs to be recognized. Okay, so we kind of got together as a group and just did a little something to show you we care. Get into that.
Okay.